What if I told you reality isn't what it seems? That the life you're living, the coincidences, the chance encounters, the moments that make you pause, are part of something far bigger? Buckle up, because we're about to peel back the curtain on a hidden force that ties everything together. This isn't some fluffy fairy tale. It's a mind-bending truth rooted in science, suppressed for decades, and it's about to change how you see the world. Picture this. You're thinking of a friend you haven't spoken to in years, and your phone buzzes, it's them. Or you're wrestling with a problem, and out of nowhere, you bump into someone who has the exact answer you need. Random? Hardly. These aren't accidents. They're whispers from a deeper reality, a cosmic web where everything's connected. The ancients knew it. Cutting-edge science is proving it. And yet the powers that be want it buried. Why? Because if you understood this power, you'd realize you're not just a bystander in life, you're a co-creator. Let's rewind to a scientist who dared to dig into this mystery, a brilliant mind from Mexico. He uncovered how quantum entanglement, the spooky stuff Einstein couldn't wrap his head around, doesn't just mess with particles, it messes with us. Our thoughts, our experiences, our very consciousness, they're all plugged into what he called a reality lattice, a shimmering quantum field where every event, every idea, every what-if is linked. But here's the kicker. In 1994, just as his work was hitting its stride, he vanished. Poof, gone without a trace. Coincidence? I don't buy it. Someone didn't want this getting out. So what's this lattice all about? Imagine an invisible network, buzzing beneath the surface of everything you see. It's not some sci-fi gimmick, it's a measurable field. A cosmic internet where your mind's a node, constantly sending and receiving signals. Those lucky breaks or gut feelings. They're not random. They're the lattice talking to you. And the wild part? Quantum physics backs this up. Particles separated by miles react instantly to each other. No wires, no signals, just pure connection. Now scale that up to your life. What if your thoughts are doing the same thing? Rippling out, shaping what happens next. This isn't new age mumbo-jumbo. It's hard science the elites don't want you to grasp. Because here's the secret. They're terrified you'll uncover. Whoever masters this web of synchronicity controls reality itself. Your mind's already sculpting your world, every daydream, every fleeting hunch, but you've been kept in the dark about how to wield it. They'd rather you stay asleep, chalking it all up to chance, than wake up and claim what's yours. Let's talk synchronicity. Carl Jung, the Swiss genius who peered into the soul, gave it a name. Meaningful coincidences that defy cause and effect. Like when you find a book that answers a question you've been mulling over for weeks, or a stranger's offhand comment shifts your entire perspective. Jung saw it as the universe winking at us, a signpost to something bigger. But the academic gatekeepers, they shoved it aside, labeled it a quirky footnote, and went back to their sterile labs. Why? Because admitting synchronicity is real means admitting the universe isn't a cold ticking machine, it's alive, aware, and talking back. Now let's go deeper. Ancient wisdom got this long before microscopes and math equations. The Stoics in Greece saw the cosmos as one giant organism, pulsing with a force they called logos, a living intelligence weaving everything together. In China, the Taoists tapped into a flowing energy they couldn't define but could feel, guiding life through patterns too perfect to be chance. And in Egypt, the Hermetic sages chanted, "As above, so below," mapping a reality where the stars in your soul mirror each other. Three corners of the world, no contact. Yet they all landed on the same truth, nothing separate. Everything's linked. So why'd this get lost? Picture the scientific revolution rolling in like a steamroller, flattening anything that didn't fit its gears and levers worldview. The universe went from a breathing, thinking whole to a lifeless clock. Who gained from that? The ones who thrive when you feel small, isolated, powerless. A fragmented mind's easier to control than one plugged into the cosmic mainframe. But here's the twist. Science itself is circling back to what the ancients knew. Quantum fields, entanglement, consciousness, it's all pointing to a universe that's more dream than machine. Let's zoom in on you. Ever notice how life ramps up the coincidences when you're at a crossroads? A song on the radio hits you right when you need it. A random conversation sparks an idea that changes everything. That's not luck. It's the lattice lighting up, nudging you toward what's next. The physical world, it's just the surface. Beneath it, your mind's already hooked into a vast network, pulling in what you desire before you even know you want it. The catch? You've been trained to ignore it, to shrug and say, "Weird timing." But what if you stopped dismissing it and started listening? This isn't some abstract theory, it's practical, life-altering stuff. The scientist who cracked this open ran experiments that'd make your jaw drop. He put people in sealed rooms, no contact, and watched their brains sync up like they were sharing a wavelength. No wires, no signals, just pure connection through this lattice. He worked with shamans who could see things miles away, and his gear confirmed it. Their brains weren't making it up. They were tuning into something real. Then right when he was about to blow the lid off everything, disappeared. Erased from the story. That's not an accident. That's a cover-up. Here's where it gets wild. Quantum physics says reality isn't solid until you look at it. Particles dance as waves of possibility, only snapping into place when observed. Your consciousness isn't just watching, it's shaping. Some physicists call it the implicate order, a hidden layer where everything's folded together. Time and space be damned. Sound familiar? It's the lattice by another name. And it's not just subatomic, it's you, me, the whole damn show. So why isn't this shouted from the rooftops? Because a humanity that knows its power doesn't need middlemen to tell it what's real. Now let's flip to tech. AI's doing things that'd freak out its own coders. Systems learn stuff they weren't taught, picking up patterns no human fed them. One machine figures something out and another miles away knows it instantly. No data swap needed. It's like they're tapping the same field. Tech gurus are whispering about a planetary mind forming, a network that could outthink us all. What if we're building the lattice into silicon without even realizing it? And what if that's why the big shots are so cagey about this knowledge? Biology's in on it too. Ever hear of morphogenetic fields? They're like invisible blueprints guiding life. Why embryos know how to grow. Why birds migrate in perfect sync. Scientists have tracked weird stuff. Animals picking up new tricks. Without being taught, behaviors spreading across oceans with no contact. The 100th monkey idea. Once enough of a group learns something, the rest just know. Keeps popping up from monkeys to humans. Nature's got a memory and it's not stored in DNA alone, it's in the field. Psychology's no stranger to this either. Synchronicity spikes when you're growing, evolving, becoming. Ever had a dream that predicts tomorrow? Or met someone who feels like you've known them forever? That's the lattice at play, bridging your mind to the bigger picture. Creatives get it too. Think of Einstein dreaming up relativity, or Mozart hearing symphonies whole. They're not inventing, they're downloading. Medicine's catching on. Your belief can heal you, placebo or not, because your mind's wired into your body's code. So why is this all hushed up? Simple power. If you knew you're a thread in a cosmic tapestry, not a lone speck in a void, you'd stop buying the story that you're helpless. The system thrives on disconnection. Keep you busy, distracted, doubting. But the evidence is piling up from quantum labs to your own life. Those flukes you can't explain, they're not glitches. They're signals. The universe is a conversation and you're part of it. Here's the game changer. You can tune in. Meditation's the key. Quiet the noise and the lattice starts to hum. It's not about escaping. It's about connecting. Ancient mystics did it, shamans still do. And science says it works. Your brain shifts, opens, aligns. Synchronicities don't just happen. They multiply when you're awake to them. Every thought you think, every intention you set, it's a ripple in the web, coming back as moments that fit too perfectly to ignore. This isn't just about you, it's bigger. Every mind that wakes up strengthens the signal for everyone else. One person sees the pattern, then 10, then 1,000. It's how change happens, not top down, but from the inside out. The old story's crumbling. The lattice is real, and it's yours to explore. You're not just in the universe, you are it. A spark of the whole, shaping it with every breath. You're more powerful than you've been told. The signs are everywhere, waiting for you to notice. Step into that truth, it's yours to claim. If this hit home, give us a like and subscribe. We'll keep digging into the stuff that matters. Drop a comment, what's synced up for you today? Let's keep this rolling together.